O Show. This is the Big 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 O Show.
There's just one place where you can drive the new 2025 Acura Integra for only $289 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us #1.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
There's just one place where you can drive the new 2025 Acura RDX for only $399 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us #1.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
We're celebrating a new year with new savings at Toyota of Hollywood, the official #1 volume Toyota dealer. Save big on a 24 Corolla, not $24,000, $17,988. Buy with 0% financing, 0 down. We're bringing you deals that strike fast and hard at the #1 volume Toyota dealer, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
There's just one place where you can take $10,000 off the 2025 Acura MDX. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us #1.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
There's just one place where you can drive a new Acura ZDX for only $239 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us #1.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
So here we are. I wanted to show you the backyard again because we had some trouble last time, but you know, CuttersEdgePro.com does some amazing stuff, and there are the boys and the girl. They're having fun. There we go. Right, Maiden? Right, Bono? There we go. They're having fun. I'm having fun. Look at our Sylvester palm. It is beautiful. We got another one in the front yard like that. You can take your home and landscaping to the next level. And the artificial turf, look at that. Look at that, the two dinosaurs going at it, huh? Look at that. You gotta love the dinosaurs. Look at them. They like to bite each other's legs. That's what they do. They play with each other and then they bite each other and they piss each other off. It's fun. One is Bono, which is the one farther away from you, and Maiden. She's the girl right here. She's a badass. That's for sure. So anyway, see the flowers are coming out. Very nice. CuttersEdgePro.com, folks. This big tree there will start budding that I'm showing you there soon. It'll have all kinds of flowers. I'll post another video and I'll show it to you. This is a backyard where everybody gets to hang out. Over there in the corner there, I put the barbecue and cook. So that way it's the farthest away from the house, you know. If I light myself on fire or somebody else, we're out in the corner away from everybody. There you go. See, getting some flowers coming out, which is a beautiful thing. And I swear by this artificial turf, it always looks phenomenal. I don't have to cut it. I don't have to water it. And so I'm saving a lot of money, hundreds and thousands in the long run, because I'm not watering or, of course, cutting the grass. And you know, here in South Florida, we cut the grass like every 10 to 14 days.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is...
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house! Get out of the house!
Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welt and Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welt and Rayom can help. The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
All righty. Good morning, boys and girls. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you're doing better than I am right now, because obviously my cold's gotten a little worse. We'll do the best that we can today. We'll get through it as much as possible, and we'll have our guests. We'll talk a little sports. There's not really a ton to talk about anyways. There aren't really a lot of hot-button topics anyways going on in sports, so kind of the right day not to feel great. Sean Stanley, of course, driving the program. And thank you all as always. Don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button. Many ways to support our show. Visit our amazing sponsors like Moody S Dental. If you need any dental work, that's the place to go, man. They are awesome. Hialeah and Plantation. So lots of ways to support us, and we appreciate you all out there. I saw Sweden beat the USA yesterday. Bradley got a little banged up. We'll see what happens on Thursday. So we've got our final between Canada and the USA. And it's interesting how one sport handles itself and the other one handles itself. And when we talk about the NBA and the NHL, and it's just night and day, isn't it? Just absolutely night and day. The NHL players give a shit about the regular season. They actually work hard. They give you great hockey. They try. They care. NBA players don't care about anything. And they will put their teams through hell, their fans through hell. They'll embarrass their teams. They won't even try. You know, so whether it's AD getting his way out of New Orleans and embarrassing the franchise and all that kind of stuff, where you saw what happened with Butler here and everywhere else, and Harden in different places, and just goes on and on and on and on and on, and that's the NBA. And it's interesting how the NHL has professionalism and the NBA is just full of punks. That's all. You know, the NHL has people that really care about the game, how they look, how they perform. NBA players, they're just spoiled brats, and all they give a shit about is their check. They don't care about the regular season. They don't try during the regular season, and they just wait till the playoffs. And you watch this Four Nations thing, and it's freaking amazing. And meanwhile in the NBA, nothing is amazing. The regular season's not amazing. Their all-star game isn't amazing. Their all-star weekend's a joke. It's interesting, and why isn't the NHL getting more love from the country? Don't understand that. Why do we reward the NBA over the NHL with ratings and attention and coverage when they don't deserve it? They don't give a shit about you during the regular season. The offseason is more interesting than the regular season for the NBA. That's terrible. So stuffed up. Anyway, so it's just terrible. You know what I'm saying? But it's just really night and day when you watch what goes on between the two and the lack of professionalism from NBA compared to the NHL. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. And I congratulate the disposition of the NHL player compared to the NBA player. Because it doesn't matter what team you play for, you care more than they do. That's it. And it means more to you to play hard and to play well in every game. So your fans are always getting your best in every single game. Game 1 to game 82, and then the playoffs, of course. So it's like it can't even be compared, dude. Right? That's how insulting it is what the NBA does to its fans. And the amazing part is, overall, I mean, I can't include myself because I don't pay for it, but wow, we are stupid consumers. The fact that America rewards NBA players this way during the regular season, it's pretty embarrassing on your part, actually. To be quite honest. The fact that you're paying for regular season NBA tickets, it's embarrassing. Yeah. Season tickets in the NBA would just not make any sense. And why does America do that? That is the question. Is it just because you're hanging on for playoff tickets? Okay, so that's only 16 teams. And we have a feel for the 10, 12 teams that are going to pretty much make it. So everybody else is hanging on to be the fringe 3 or 4 of them? Yeah, it's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? So that's odd. But that's the question that you really have to ask. Why is America such a soft consumer when it comes to the NBA? Why do you tolerate their laziness? Why do you tolerate their indifference to professionalism and to commitment, and yet you're dumb enough to pay for it for 41 games? That's the real question that has to be asked. Knowing you're going to get a half-assed product and you still pay for it. Aren't you better off not paying for the regular season, and when the postseason comes around, just take your chances and you'll save money in the long run because you didn't pay for the other 41? I'm just saying. That's just me. But paying for regular season NBA tickets has got to be one of the worst investments any sports fan can make. And that's the real part of all of this. It's not so much that it's obvious for years that the NHL player is way more professional and way more committed than the NBA player. The real question is, why our Americans continue to be stupid enough to pay for the regular season NBA product. That's the question. And for those of you out there that are watching the show, listening, I'd love for you to send me a text or an email. Explain to me, why do you continue to pay for regular season tickets when it's a league that doesn't give a shit about you during the regular season? Why pay for 41? Don't pay for any. Go to one or two or whatever and wait for the playoffs. Save yourself a lot of money. Don't understand that one. You're paying for something that you're not getting in return, because you're not. You're getting ripped off in the regular season over and over again. Why do you continue to pay for it? That's what I want to know in Sacramento and in Miami and all throughout the country. You're not getting your money's worth in Philadelphia and many places. So why would you pay for it? Makes no sense at all to pay for season tickets in the NBA. It's something that we, it's like the Marlin thing. The Marlins don't deserve one person in the building. And I've said this for years during the Loria era. Don't show up. Don't buy a hat. Don't buy a shirt. Don't buy anything. Don't support them at all. Don't ever do that. You'll always have your group of people that are going to go no matter what. So you will then tell them that it's all right to be who you are because of that. Because enough people go, they're like, okay, we're not pressured to really change. And that's kind of sad, to be quite honest. That part is very sad overall. Anyway, don't forget, folks, BigCheeseMiami.com, a proud sponsor of our program. We love talking about Gary and Billy and all the great people out there. 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue. They're in Miami, 305-662-6855. Lasagna, the pizza's out of this world. The pasta's directly shipped from Italy, cooked fresh daily. You got family-size servings. Check it out for yourself. Pick up delivery to your home, office. They've got the party platters, too. All of that going on. BigCheeseMiami.com. What do we got here? Dolphin Dave. Not feeling bad, Dolphin Dave. It's just all this crap. You know what I'm saying? Horn Dog is watching poolside in Key West, dodging wintry weather in North Carolina. Good for you, dude. Good for you, Horn Dog. Stephen Harris in the house. One-Eyed Jack. 8 degrees this morning in Pennsylvania. That's insanity. McDaniel can coach in the USFL where he can learn, not just with the Dolphins. Yeah, well, too late for that, unfortunately. TJ Superman, Ray Sosa, NorCal is in, puffing and puffing. Gus wants me to hit the honey and lemon. Jeff in Long Island. Nolan Carroll was on with Joe. He said Richie was a great teammate and a good person. Well, as a teammate, you want Richie on your team. You know what I'm saying? But if you had a deeper conversation with Nolan Carroll, and Nolan Carroll's a fantastic person, I'm sure he would tell you that at that moment, compared to what you had, you need Richie. But in a real world, you really can't count on Richie. You know what I mean? So, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Listen, dude, I don't give Jonathan Martin any breaks then and now. I wasn't with all the PC bullshit then, and I'm not with the PC bullshit now. Okay? Martin was a wussy then, and he's a wussy now. He's always been a wussy. He'll never be anything else but that in my eyes. But Richie Incognito is an absolute disaster. Can he play football? Of course he can. Is he a tough guy? Of course he is. Is he unreliable? Yeah. Yeah, he's unreliable. So, whatever, dude. If you guys, you can go ahead and talk about it amongst yourselves and all of that. But to me, none of it means shit to me. Not Nolan Carroll, not Richie Incognito, and certainly not Jonathan Martin. So, what can I tell you? Big Johnson, Ty in the Bronx, Jamie Zorrilla, Cesar Cienfuentes, Aquavision, Stetson O, Skylar Tipton says, I need Canada to take back this Arctic Air from Chicago. I got you. Have you seen a concert in the Sphere in Vegas yet? Ray, do you watch this show at all? Ray? You've been on a lot. I've seen you two there 3 times, dude. I was there for the first night of the Sphere opening up, and then I went back a couple months later and saw you two 2 more times. So 3 times to the Sphere. So hopefully you get the Eagles tickets. Should be fun. Big Soul Dip. Yes. Yes. Nice dip. Nice dip. You need to mix 4 garlic cloves, radish, lemon, 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, 1 ounce olive oil, rosemary, sage, turmeric, thyme. Blend it. Drink 1 shot a day. You will knock it out. Sounds pretty freaking disgusting, by the way. It starts with the culture that hockey players are brought up at home. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Hockey people overall are just more professional than basketball players. You'll find better people overall in the hockey world than you will in the basketball world. It's kind of the way it goes, Thoughts on KD's comments? What did KD say? Not sure. Good thing baseball is around the corner. Oh, yeah, I know. I can't wait for the Marlins. Yeah. Good thing baseball's around the corner. Yeah. Yeah, that's really going to save my season. This is the first season since the Heat that I was born that I haven't gone to a game NBA-wise. Adrian Garcia. Let's see. Aquavision. Did you see Messi kicking the football? Nope. I want to see Messi win the MLS Cup. You know what I'm saying? All this other stuff means nothing to me anymore. So let's get through the regular season and show me some in the postseason, bro. Moss is giving you everything you could ever want, more than what you need to win an MLS title, and you flopped. So win in the playoffs, dude. That's all. You're the best player ever or in the world or whatever. They brought you here. They gave you everything. Win the MLS title, bro. At least the Heat the first year with the big 3, they lost in the finals. Okay? This fool lost in the first round against a bad team. So start winning the playoffs, bro. Let's see. What do you think of the rumors that Jack Dorsey is Satoshi and creator of Bitcoin? I think it's absolutely stupid and a waste of time to talk about it. Arca Rio, good morning to you, sir. 850 Kane. Hope you feel better. I've been sick like 3 weeks with this damn cold. Yeah, I've had a throat issue for several weeks, and then now I got hit with a freaking cold. So, yeah. NorCal says he canceled his Sunday NFL ticket after the 23 season when the fix was blatant blown yellow flags. I'll renew my subscription. I'd been a subscriber since 94. The first year was available to me. Jake Vickers, soft as Charmin. That's exactly Jonathan Martin. You are correct. And NBA players. Taco Tuesday from Jay. Thank you, sir. Probiotics. No. I take Nature B. I rarely get a cold, dude. I mean, it's not like I'm sitting here and, oh my God, I'm always sick and all that shit. I rarely ever get a cold if you watch the show. So I'm usually good. Sean, give me 15 seconds, please. I got to clear my throat and my nose.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
All right. Oh. I think I'm going to need my Afrin, too. I left it in the bedroom. Let's see. Big O, you need to eliminate all these annoying advertisements to start this show. Hey, block this Michael guy right now. Block Michael. There you go, Michael. You'll never be able to send the message again. You can go F yourself, you freaking idiot. Do you pay for us, Michael? Do you pay for my mortgage, you asshole? Huh? Do you, Michael? Because if it's not for Sloman's Home Shield, and if it's not for Acura Pembroke Pines, and Toyota of Hollywood, and Caneswear, and Welton Rayom, if it's not for Cutter's Edge Pro and all these people, I'm not here. I can't do this every day for you, Michael. I can't provide information and insight. They're the ones they're the ones that pay for us to make a living. You freaking asshole. You fucking moron. All right. Some of you people there's a reason why Milei, the president of Argentina, tweets out a meme coin. People are stupid because, they fall for Trump and Melania and Doge and all these stupid meme coins, right? And then everybody gets suckered. They call out the president, and then the guy retweets it again, and the coin pumps 60% more. Why? Because there are literally stupid people like you, Michael, in the world that really don't understand how the world works. You don't even understand how business works. You think I survived by you just hitting the like button? You think that's going to pay the bills? You donating, Michael? You sending anything to Venmo, Cash App, PayPal? You doing any of that, Michael? Or are you just running your mouth? Love these idiots, bro. Some of you are just... There's a reason why stupid shit happens, like the Libre coin and Trump coin, and people get ripped off because a lot of you that are literally, you're just stupid people. You're just stupid. That's all. You have like zero intelligence. Anyway. Here in Fort Lauderdale area for a couple days, do you have any suggestions as just visits willing to drive as well? But what do you want to do, Jacob? I don't know what you're talking about, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I would tell you to come visit me tomorrow at Hialeah Park, but I'm kind of sick. So, you're going to have to keep your distance. Juan says, sorry. Oh, I feel like I jinxed it when I asked if you were feeling okay on Friday. I was already sick on Friday. I was already having throat issues all during the week, and then it just got worse as the weekend went on. I ended up getting more of a cold, but I've had a sore throat for like the last couple of weeks. I've been wanting to go hang out with a buddy of mine to go smoke a cigar, and I can't do it because I can't smoke a cigar. I haven't been able to smoke one in several weeks. So just one of those deals. So it has nothing to do with you, Juan. I appreciate you, my brother. Much love to you. Antonio says, get well, Big O. I'm just getting over the flu at 54 years old. It takes a while. Yeah, it does. Dude, my foot that I surgically repaired a year ago, it literally took a year for it to recover. I can now exercise without pain. I used to have to, every time I would exercise, I would have pain on my foot for days. And that's because it just wasn't healed. It took a whole year, bro, for that thing to heal. A whole year. Sucks getting old. You definitely don't heal the same way. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's talk a little basketball with the one and only Ira Winderman and our and our Acura of Pembroke Pines, Miami Heat and NBA report.
Heat fans, time for the best insight of your favorite team with insider Ira Winderman, exclusively on the Big O Radio Show. It's the Acura of Pembroke Pines, Miami Heat and NBA report. Here's Ira Winderman.
All right, Ira, how you doing, baby? You feeling good?
You know what? I just got to tell you, you are not alone. And there's some people I travel with on the Heat beat who have had this sore throat for 2 months. And it's just that time of year. And it's like that joke they did make on the Saturday Night Live special where they talk about the quademic. And there is so much stuff going on. There is COVID. There is flu. There is RSV. And as my son can tell you, there's the norovirus going around also. So literally, if you don't have at least one of the four, you're nobody. So welcome to the club, Big O. I'm going to give you honorary membership in about 2 or more weeks. And I do say this, and I feel for you for this reason. When I don't feel good, I could just bury my head on my computer and go to work and pretend to work. But you guys who are performance artists, who have to be on the air, who have to talk, who have to look like you're into it, I mean, I feel for you. I always talk to Eric Reed and John Crotty about that. When they don't feel good, they have to fake it. When I don't feel good, I just sit in front of my computer, do my work, and go home, and that's it. So I totally feel for you, brother, because with a sore throat and trying to work your way through having to talk, there's probably nothing tougher than that out there.
Yeah, good thing is sometimes I don't have to fake it like some idiot there that got out of line, and so it allows me to vent a little bit sometimes too. So that's a good thing on my platform. I don't have to fake it all the time. I can actually be honest and tell people, yeah, I don't feel well, so don't fuck with me because you're not going to get far. You know what I'm saying?
I never would.
Yeah, so it's crazy. No, but it's just it is what it is. We'll get through it. Not a big deal. I've been doing this for 35 years. It's happened to me many, many times, and you just gotta power through, and it is what it is. Speaking of powering through, my Lord, we have watched Eric Spoelstra power through, Bumpgate and Scrubgate with the white sides of the world and going 31-10 and Jimmy Butler's situation now post Jimmy Butler, a very young team that really doesn't know how to really win, a young team that, while you may want to label Bam or Tyler a star, they've never played the star role ever. They've never been the guy. You know what I mean? And even now Tyler's realizing that when he is the guy, he gets a lot of attention and he's not the same player at times. And so this is a really tough dynamic for Spo because he's got to dig deep and find out what the hell is the identity of individuals and what they are collectively.
And there is nothing more important in the NBA, as we've seen, than shot creation. And here's the problem. When you only have one shot creator in Tyler Hero, I might as well load up my defense on him. Just like the Heat have loaded up defenses on other shot creators through the years. You and I both remember the Jeremy Lin game when they attacked him like a pit bull there in that game. So here's the deal. About a year ago, they brought in Terry Rozier to be their other shot creator. not so much. And that's the problem. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you another example. During that game against Oklahoma City, when it started going sideways at the start of the fourth quarter, they called on Niko Jovic to be a shot creator. 2 turnovers, bad foul, boom, the game turned. Until the Heat can find that co-star for Tyler, they're going to be like so many other NBA teams in the wilderness. Jimmy Butler was that player when he gave a rat's butt and then he stopped caring and he wasn't there anymore. So Tyler's formative months or weeks this season came when Jimmy Butler still gave a crap. In November, part of December, obviously October. Now Tyler's finding a whole new world of so many scorers, and you and I remember this in the post-Big Three era and even before when Dwayne Wade stood alone. And all Dwayne Wade wanted was a friend. And the problem was he looked to his left, and who was his friend? Michael Beasley. Well, you probably can do better, in this neighborhood than Michael Beasley. So that's the thing for Tyler right now. We know, again, you're going to call him a super role player like you always do in our accurate Pembroke Pines report. Bam is a nice player. He's not a shot creator. He'll make some mid-range jumpers. He'll get some follow-up baskets, but he doesn't have the creativity. That's why the Heat's offense sucks, because Eric Spoelstra can diagram all the plays he wants. He can get him into sets. He can tell him what he wants. But this is the league where the individual, at some point, that brilliance has to take over. I think Tyler Hero has it. But until he gets another co-star, man, he's going to find life awfully, awfully difficult.
Yeah, and you have to be really special when you're the only star on the team, and you have to be a constant creator for everybody else. And there's only a few of those kind of guys. Tyler's not that kind of guy either.
Yes.
So that's a whole different ball game. When you're Michael Jordan and you're playing with Rory Sparrow and Orlando Woolridge, but yet you're still scoring 50, that's because you're Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And Big O, I'm going to give you the perfect example of when you try to do that and you're not that guy, what happens? LaMelo Ball. Right. And you can average 30 points a game on 42 shots, but it's not efficient. What was the one thing we were talking about Tyler at the start of the season is, oh my God, how efficient he is, that he's getting layups and threes at a very high percentage, good enough to win the 3-point contest. So he has all that. And yet you see the percentages go down when he stands alone, just like LaMelo Ball does in Charlotte, and therefore not an all-star, despite being an NBA leading scorer, because you have to be efficient in this league also. Tyler was when he had some friends. Now they got to find him a friend. I think Andrew Wiggins could be more of that friend. This guy averaged 16 to 18 points. He can give him that little bit more. So everything I've written during the break, remember this. Kyle Anderson, Andrew Wiggins, and Davion Mitchell have had one practice with the Miami Heat since the February 6th trading deadline. Because of the Heat schedule, because of the All-Star break, they're going to get back together Thursday at Kaseya Center. They'll have a chance to practice. We have yet to see what this new incarnation of the team is. It will be better with those three than with Jimmy Don't Give a Crap Butler. So I do think this team still can get it right.
Yeah, and that'll be the interesting part to see how it all meshes. And I agree, Wiggins should be the yin to Tyler's yang, hopefully. But again, it's up to Wiggins to be impactful and consistent, so that way the defense has to worry about him. You can't be that, okay, let's just worry about the one guy that can get a bucket and let's shut him down, right, and then everybody else is stagnant. And so there's got to be a give and go between those guys. And by the way, if you get Wiggins going, I think it activates Bam too, because
absolutely.
Because Bam, I think his offense gets better when it's fed off of other people ahead of him creating that offense. And I think that's when Bam is at his best too, offensively is what I'm saying.
And here's the other problem. There's one other problem also, and that's that they're playing Davion Mitchell as a starter. And my God, is he a defensive dog? Probably the kind of player you love. He's all over someone, but he can't shoot. And when I talked to a scout about him, when they acquired him, he said he's the kind of guy that sometimes you just don't cover. Well, Big O, playing offense 4 and 5 is hard. And when you mix in the lights of a Hayward Highsmith or another player like that, 3 on 5 is even harder. That's the problem in this league. This league, the best teams have two-way players. And I've spoken about this all season. the Heat have almost no two-way players. And Bam Adebayo was trying to be that when he made the threes and came on a little bit. We know Tyler's not a two-way player. Let's not kid ourselves. We know who Tyler is. He's an offensive bucket, but defensively, he's a liability. That's the problem with this roster. Wiggins is a two-way player, which is why they need some of him and they need more of him.
I'm with you there. Tyler winning the three-point contest. I mean, it's a good thing for him to be. I know the All-Star stint was short, but that's not under his control completely overall. But good weekend for the young man, at least.
Yeah. He deserves it. He's busted his ass. He's done everything his coach told him. He's praised people I don't think he wants to praise, and Jimmy Butler and others. You know what? You see this a lot, Big O, because you're around the teams and you see teams. Sometimes you see players mature and grow up right in front of our very eyes. And that's Tyler Hero. He came out of college as this cocksure fashion plate who thought he was everything. And then he realized life is hard. And you have to work through tough times. And you have to enjoy the highs, like being sixth man of the year and the bubble when he was great. But you also have to endure the lows. And he's gone through that circle of NBA life. And now I think whether you wanted to trade him at the deadline or not, he's become a much more mature player. And that's what you need to also grow your young players as well.
Yeah, no, listen, what I like most about Tyler is that, because I'm old school like you are, he didn't go into a shell with Riley's criticism. Riley's criticism was an actual point.
Correct. Show up. Yes.
He took it as the fact is I am this. I need to change it. And he took it on as a challenge, which is what we all take those things on when we had the coaches or our parents or whatever growing up. It's called tough love.
Some do, some don't, though. Jimmy didn't. Pat Riley told two players, show up, get your butt on the court. Tyler has missed 2 games this season and felt terrible about missing them. Jimmy missed a half of the season by the time he was gone. That's the difference. Pat Riley issued the most simple of orders of any boss to an employee. Show up for work. Don't have to be great. Don't have to be an MVP. Just show up on your goddamn time and punch your card and do your job. And that's why they reached the end of the rope with Jimmy. And that's why, same thing with Bam. He's only missed 2 games. These guys show up. So when fans say, I want my money's worth, you go to Kaseya Center, you see Tyler. You go to Kaseya Center, you see Bam. You went to Kaseya Center, you might see Jimmy, you might not. You can go buy his coffee instead.
Yeah, no, and listen, I would never question Bam's professionalism, but that to me, that's where I said, okay, Tyler, you've grown up, you've matured, you get it. You know, because Jimmy was great at calling everybody else out, and so now he gets called out for something that he deserves to be called out. But you're not professional enough to rise above it and say, you know what, you're right. I am falling short of my responsibilities, and you didn't respond. I love that Tyler responded, you know, and is doing the best to his ability. I think exactly. I think that is huge. All right, can the Heat team get tougher? Because if there's something that is a little disturbing, and I'm not used to watching Heat teams get pushed around. This young Heat team, you can push them around. And I need to see some pushback from these guys. Do the coaches know about this? Front office? When you talk to people in the building, have they noticed the same thing? Because it's got so disturbing.
When they drafted Khalil Ware, they knew they had a guy with motor issues. Dana Altman eventually at Oregon didn't play him at all. He went to Indiana. Mike Woodson said, hey, either bust your butt or you're not playing, gave him tough love. The problem is this. He's not lazy. He's a country kid. He's an easygoing kid. He wants to be out in the backyard chasing the chickens. That's who he is. He is one of the nicest people you will ever come across. So how does Riley, how does Spoelstra, how does Malik Allen, their big man coach, get some nasty out of him? And I'm going to be honest with you, Big O. I've seen plenty of these guys, really nice people, never develop that edge. There's one guy I remember who did, another country-strong fella, P.J. Brown. He arrived to the Heat as one, you've spoken to him, country guy, nice guy, gentleman and all that, and Riley literally turned him into what he would call a warrior. We've seen other guys who simply didn't have that template. A matter of fact, I'm going to give you another very nice guy. Maybe your daughter can marry him one day. Bam Adebayo. Wonderfully nice person. Incredibly well raised by his mother. But does he have that dog in him? Does he going to step up to someone, get in their face, and say, you're not kicking sand on me? That's the problem.
You mean the Asia Smith dog in him?
Whatever it is, whether it's the pink sneakers, I'm just saying that
it's just funny that he dates a dog.
Yes.
He dates the biggest dog in the entire freaking league, okay? Like, she is feared in that league. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's interesting.
It just shows you are or who you aren't as a personality. And here's the thing. So let's look at the Heat big men. You have Bam, who is a nice guy. You have Khalil Ware, who's country nice. You have Haywood Highsmith, total gentleman. You have Kevin Love, wonderful with the memes, wants to laugh with everyone. They don't have the MFer that the Heat have had.
Highsmith's a tough kid.
He is a tough kid, but he doesn't have the physicality that he can try as hard as he wants, but he's still going to be 6'4". Same thing with Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin had dog in him. Caleb Martin would go out there, would be fierce, would get his tees. The Heat need a little bit more of that. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you take a well-adjusted human being and make him angry. You have to find a way to push that button. That's what Eric Spoelstra has to do. That's what Malik Allen has to do. But I agree, because when you go against other teams' MFers, if you don't stay up, look, who is the ultimate MFer? Was Jimmy Butler. I mean, he was telling Karl Anthony Towns that he is baby soft, and he would get in guys' grills. When's the last time you saw a member of the current Miami Heat get in the face of an opponent? Think about that. You just don't. Maybe Tyler has a little bit of that, but this team is not like that. This team you want to bring home to mom, which is all well and good, but you're also trying to win games in a very physical league.
Yeah. I don't see enough Masons and Alonzo Mourning.
Even Brian Grants, even guys who were nice guys, off the court, but found a way and had their dog in him. That's what you need.
Vasquez was a Southern gentleman.
Absolutely. You know what? Another guy who looks like he spent his week at a tanning booth, Dan Marley. Dan Marley would show up in the smile and the good looks and all that, but he would be in your absolute grill. Tim Hardaway, another one.
Yeah, James Posey, all that kind of stuff. I don't see enough of that kind of stuff.
Which is weird, because that's what this team, hardest working, toughest minded, blah, 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 blah. Well, show a little of it now. Show it on the glass. Show it defensively. Show more of that dog. Right now, the Heat lack dog.
All right, speaking of that, let me go to a general, because it is the Miami Heat and NBA segment. We're watching the Four Nations. Obviously, we can watch the NHL regular season and compare it to the NBA regular season. And when we watch the two leagues, it's just like night and day, dude. Night and day. And I'm not talking about the NHL All-Star game, because that's also,
but they got smart to get away from it because of that.
Exactly. And then they play this, which they gave a shit. I don't think even in the NBA you do the whole world thing. I don't even think it'll get that personal either, by the way.
And I don't think you can, because if you're trying to get the 24 best players, you're going to take a overseas player who's a lesser player at the cost of one of the NBA's all-stars. But I got to tell you, on Saturday night, I was flipping back and forth because I wanted to see Tyler. But that USA-Canada game, and I got to tell you this, I can't wait for Thursday. I can't wait for the championship game, because these guys don't give a rat's crap if they're out the rest of the NHL season. They want to win this damn tournament. Even yesterday, Sweden had nothing to play for. Team USA was already in the championship game, and Sweden went out and busted their butt to win that game because it meant something to them. As fans, all we care about is show it means something to you. NBA All-Star Weekend was beyond a joke. It was everything wrong with the NBA. It was about marketing. It was about hype. It was about everything off the court. Adam Silver has taken this league in such a direction he doesn't even know. Or he doesn't give a rat's crap, because he knows it's about YouTube. He knows it's about everything else like that. It's about TikTok. It's about the videos. It's about streaming. There's an old saying with David Stern was commissioner that he didn't know if the ball was inflated or stuffed and didn't care. It was all about the dollars. Adam Silver is the guy that I want loading up my 401k. He will make me a great return. He will be my Bitcoin. But when it comes to on-court product, what we had this weekend, I think you could sum up in one word. It was a disgrace.
Yeah. No, it was. And that's when I look at it, and I look at the NHL and I look at the NBA, and it's amazing that as consumers, we don't give the NHL the love they actually deserve. They should be getting NBA love, and the NBA should be getting the NHL love.
If you are not watching on Thursday, USA Canada, you are going to miss one of the epic sporting events of this calendar year.
I mean, it is just absolutely phenomenal. And then when I look at the NBA, and I'm like, come on, guys, and it's lost so much. You know, it reminds me when you watch what we're watching in hockey. When does baseball become great at Marlins Stadium? Is it with the Marlins, or is it with another tournament that comes to town?
It's always with the World Baseball Classic, and you see it, and you see the passion in the crowds, and you're like, wow, they can fill this place. Wow, this place can get loud. That's the difference. Again, I think too many of our athletes have lost their passion because of the money. I don't begrudge them the money. If Tom Cruise and actors can make all that money and Timothée Chalamet can make all that money, God bless him. But money softens you, and we see it. And remember, even the in-season tournament, $500,000 per player. Well, that's what I make for any game against the Hornets in the middle of March. It doesn't matter to me, and you see that. And that's why guys don't want to show up, and guys don't care, and they go through the motion. I don't know if there's a way to get around that. You appeal to your sense of pride. And again, on Thursday, NHL players who resume their regular season on Saturday will still go out there with everything they have, even if they have to rest on their team's Saturday games, because it means something to them. I love anyone in any business when something means something to them, when they come on the Acura Pembroke Pines Report and speak for 22 minutes because it means something to them. You know what, folks? Give a crap about your work. You have the best jobs in the world. Big O has the best job in the world. I have the best job in the world. Be thankful for being blessed. And instead, it's almost like the NBA on All-Star Weekend is putting up a middle finger to its fandom. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, it is kind of disturbing what's going to go on. How do you assess the changes with the Lakers and Dallas and then the Warriors overall?
Dallas still makes no sense to me. We talked about this before, after the trade. You canvass the rest of the league and you get the best possible deal. I don't understand that. I think you could have called the Celtics and gotten Jaylen Brown and Derek White and 2 first-round picks, and instead you get 39-year-old Anthony Davis. I'm exaggerating, 33, but you get someone who's not going to be there long-term. It made no sense to me. There should be an investigation there. The Lakers, I'm curious. You have 2 alphas who both need the ball in their hands, and that's going to be a classic case of, do you have enough in support, which LeBron has not had, except for that one championship season with the Lakers in 2020. This is not like when you had Kyrie and Kevin Love with the Cavaliers, or Wade and Bosh, so I'm curious about that. Golden State's going to be good for one reason. You know this, Big O. When Jimmy Butler cares, he is an ultimate MFer. And he is going to be a tough out in the playoffs. And he's going to be great. And it's going to be eating you up inside, because that guy, when he cares, is as good as anyone in a playoff type of setting. He stopped caring here, stopped caring in Philly, stopped caring in Minnesota, stopped caring in Chicago. As long as the marriage is short, as long as you get a prenup and you know it's just going to go 2 or 3 years, Jimmy's the perfect player. The Heat try to make it work 5.5 years. That's the point of no return with Jimmy, unfortunately.
That's if his body holds up. We'll see if his body holds up too.
But he'll push his body. But he'll push his body because he wants to make a statement and because he got his money.
All right. So what you're saying is you want Doge and Elon to investigate the Dallas Mavericks.
Someone has to, because what they did and how they gave up this player, I know he's out of shape. I know there are personal issues, but every person in the NBA I've spoken to said, you always have those kind of issues. And with the great ones, you work past them. And if Michael's going to be up playing poker in Vegas or in Atlantic City till 2 a.m, so what? He's still great. There is nothing I've seen from Luka Doncic, including last season's NBA Finals, that doesn't tell me he's still great. And if you're afraid about 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, when you get a generational talent, you take that chance.
Yeah, no, I get it. If he eats his way out of the league, then yeah, that's but he's such a freak of a talent to trade him. I mean, that town is just absolutely crushed, man. All right, what do you got going on in the Sentinel so folks can check you out?
I'm finishing a 2-part series today, what went right, what didn't go right over the first half of the season, sort of setting people up that there is good, half full, there is bad, half empty. Tomorrow I'm going to break down the playoff race. Remember, the Heat have to go 21-8 just to match last year's 46-36 finish, so they got work ahead of them, but they have the 5th easiest schedule in the NBA the rest of the season. The table is set for them. We come back with a 3-game trip. I go to Toronto, Milwaukee, and Atlanta. Then it's like 18 of 26 at home. The opportunity will be there for Eric Spoelstra, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo for the newcomers. We'll get to see who they are, and it's important for us, Big O, for this reason. Because if they're not who we are, then you could do what you wanted. Then you can do the blow it up. Then you can do the reset. Then you can have 2 first-round picks this year, your own and Golden State's. The Heat will have the pieces to finally try to get it right. So these last 2 months, I think, will be fascinating.
All right, good stuff. Follow him on Twitter at Ira Heatbeat. And, of course, catch his work and subscribe to the South Florida Sun Sentinel. Ira, as always, thank you. We will catch up next week. Appreciate it.
My last piece of advice to you is Mucinex. And good luck, my buddy. Thank you.
Thank you. And I've actually been using a lot of Mucinex. Thank you, sir. It's very good. The customer appreciation sales event is going on right now. The ZDX, baby. 0.9% financing for 72 months. You can get it for $449 a month. The 2025 Integra, $339 a month, 3.9% financing for 60 months. The RDX 2025, $399 a month, 3.9% financing for 72 months. And the 2025 MDX, they will take $10,000 off the MSRP. You can also check out the fleet of certified pre-owned vehicles. They're all over the lot, man. That lot is overflowing, and that's what you want as a customer. You want a selection. So when you walk out there, you get the car you want, the color you want, the style you want, the model you want, but more importantly, the price you want. And that's at Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines.
You've been listening to the Acura of Pembroke Pines Miami Heat and NBA Report with Ira Winderman. When you're looking for award-winning service and great deals from the #1 volume Acura sales dealership in the Southeast United States, you go to Craig Zinn Acura of Pembroke Pines at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
All right. So let's see. What up? Big O, what's up with True Fin Fan? I don't know why. What's up with True Fin Fan? The NBA is a reflection of today's generation. Yeah, there could be some of that. Spoiled. Yeah. I could see that. Some, they feel like they don't want to work as hard. They're like entitlement. Yeah, I can see what True Fin Fan says a little bit about the NBA reflecting some of the younger generation, you know. So yeah, I can agree with that. The Heat would have more wins, says JJ, if they had one big dog player that demands the ball and is able to drive it. Hero is a good player, but constantly to try to win games by shooting threes. Yeah, I'm with you. There's no stars in this team. Let's see. Captain Saki is in from Tarpon Springs. Good morning to you, sir. Let's see. What else? Supporting Big O and supporting the NFL is totally different. I'm with you on watching the refs taking over the games. Not good. I'm at the point where I'm only interested in watching the Dolphins. I mean, I watch the league. I watch anything and everything Dolphins. You know, I'm going to watch every damn Dolphin game that's out there for sure. Dolphin Dave, thank you, sir, for your dedication. I've been here for 35 years, so I appreciate you, my brother, for putting up with us and supporting us on these kind of days. Thank you. It means a lot. And, folks, don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button and visit our amazing sponsors, too. Yep, I agree. Drew, you can't compare the NHL to the NBA. A much better game in the NHL. Mike, no-go zone, same here. I can't wait until Thursday, USA versus Canada. It's going to be amazing. Let's see. I'd kill for a scorer like Michael Beasley on the Heat right now. Butler is playing good now because he got that bag. Well, we'll see if the body holds up. I still think that body is going to break down. Cam Ward equals bust. Look, I don't know about bust, but as you all know, I'm still very intrigued to see his adjustment to the NFL. His cockiness is at an all-time high, as he was quoted as saying, okay, you're either going to draft me or you're not. If you don't draft me, that's your fault. You're going to you've got to remember you're the same team that's got to play me for the rest of my career, and I'll remember that. So he is talking a hell of a game. He is cocky, confident. He's got all the talent to succeed in the NFL. All of it. Okay? The only thing is that I need to see, and I have a problem with it, is I didn't see him in an NFL structured offense a lot of times, where it's a 3-5, 7-step drop, plant, throw. Make the quick read, throw, anticipatory, all those kind of things. I saw a guy that was able to hang out back there 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seconds. And that's just not the NFL. So I know that he has fearlessness in him. I saw it already. I know that he's not going to get small from the moment. I know he has the ability to play, but the precision part of it, I need to see that part. And I don't know if that's going to be a struggle for him or it's just that he didn't have to do it here. So he didn't have to display it much. And now we'll see it in full display in the NFL because you're going to have to do it a lot in the NFL. In the NFL, you're going to have to get rid of the ball quickly. And you're going to have the timing routes and all of that are so important in the NFL. I want to see that. I want to see that in a big time way. And if I see that, then I'll be convinced that, okay. But I that part of me, I still feel it's a little bit of a gamble for NFL teams. But I wouldn't call him a bust. That's a little bit of a stretch there. That's, maybe it'll be an adjustment, for him. But we'll see. We'll see. Kid's got moxie just oozing out of him. That is half the battle when you have the confidence in yourself. He's got the ability. All he's got to do is that part of that game that you've got to have in the NFL. You have no choice. And he's not the guy that you want to make him a runner. He's actually a pocket passer. So let's see if he can actually do it. But we'll see. We'll see. It'll be fun to watch. What else do we have? Can you imagine Ira shooting hoops? Body hold up. He already shitted on himself going for a layup. I'd say that's a sign of the state of his body. That's a good point right there, True Fin fan. The guy did shit himself already the first week there. Yeah. That's a very good point. His body's already failing on him. He shit himself. All right, let's get to the 3A Graphics sports calendar. Why don't we? Sweden last night, they defeated USA 2-1. Canada over Finland 5-3. Bradley Tkachuk, by the way, ended up getting injured also. Forgot to mention that. Thursday will be the final in the Four Nations Cup. Canada and the USA at 8 o'clock on ESPN. Must-see TV, ladies and gentlemen. The Heat are back in action on Friday, 7:30, taking on the Raptors. Wednesday, Nova Southeastern University takes on Florida Southern College at 7:30. Wednesday, men's ACC, Miami and FSU at 9 o'clock. FAU, by the way, taking on Wichita State on Thursday, 9 o'clock on ESPN2. All right. And Saturday, Beyond Bankcard Field at Nova Southeastern University. Fort Lauderdale United restarting the season against Lexington SC. 7:30 for that one, for a little local soccer. And, of course, our 3A Graphics sports calendar, the great Alan Blanco. Call him if you need custom printing and embroidery, 786-618-1443. All right. What else do we have going on in the world of sports? Cam Ward, hell of a player for the Kings, man. Fun season. I wish he would have had a better team around him and a much better coach on the sidelines. Unfortunately. Sean, did you see what Netflix is trying to pull off now? They want a Sunday package of games. How about that? Let me read this story for you. Netflix has been slowly dipping its toe into live sports, and they apparently are looking for even more. The streaming giant has the NFL on its mind. The chief content officer from the streaming company wants to bid on a Sunday package of games. The NFL currently has games on traditional television partners like CBS, ESPN, Fox, and NBC. It has added streaming-only packages in recent years to Amazon and Netflix. Amazon has the package for Thursday night games, while Netflix got the Christmas package for out-of-market viewers. Netflix would like to have one of the Sunday afternoon packages that currently belongs to CBS and Fox. Fox has held the NFL NFC package on Sunday regional games since 94, while CBS has held the AFC package since 98. If Netflix wants one of those packages, they would likely have the money to make it happen. They have a market capitalization of over $450 billion, which would put them in position to outbid most parties, and they could have interest in broadcasting NFL games. The NFL's current media deal runs through 2033. However, the league has the ability to terminate its contract 4 years earlier. If they know Netflix will be bidding, the league will probably want to exercise its early termination option. Netflix has gotten into streaming live sports the last 2 years. They've added WWE package, the NFL Christmas package, some boxing matches. They will be broadcasting Women's World Cup in the future, and they will likely have more NFL games in the coming years too. It's interesting, huh? How the world is changing. So those of you that are football fans, well, you might become a bigger Netflix fan, whether you like it or not, because that sounds to me like they're going to get that in a couple of years when it comes up, right? Because if it's in 33, that means in 29, they'll be able to opt out. And if Netflix can outbid them, you're done. Yes, sir.
No, I was going to say, I mean, I know WWE went to Netflix, and again, it has none. I'm talking personal preference because money talks, so they're ultimately going to go there. But when you look at, like, it's basically like buying a ticket to go watch it live now by paying the monthly fee to watch it in a way, because it's not like on free cable. I used to watch it on USA as part of my cable bill, but now I have to pay extra just to watch the Raw, on top of. And so, again, I think if I'm not a wrestling fan, I mean, again, I might have Netflix for some other reason. That's the other thing is, with Netflix, you have it for whatever reason you want, whether it's a certain show you want to watch. So I guess in the long term, it's not going to be out of pocket expense for people because ultimately most people probably already have these streaming services. But my point was, if I didn't like Raw as much and wrestling as much, I wouldn't be paying the $15.99 extra and watching that show. That's the only thing I don't know where it's going to go, because now you're going to have Prime Video for Thursday, so you're paying that fee. You're going to have a package on Sunday for Netflix, so you're going to have to get Netflix. You get CBS with Paramount Plus. If you want to do that, then that's another. I mean, all the cable that you pay for cable goes now to streaming. Basically, is how it's rolling out.
Right. Yeah. And football won't be free anymore.
Nope, not at all. I mean, you were paying it as part of the cable bill, but you're getting it on local TV as well.
I'm just
saying
saying,
that's not going to happen.
We grew up with just on NBC, CBS, Fox.
Yeah, there was no ESPN, none of that.
ESPN or anything like that. And then slowly but surely, they've gotten us to the point where I'm not paying for the NFL ticket. I'll just watch it on CBS and Fox, and I'll watch the local broadcast and all that. Well, that's being eliminated.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to pay to watch football eventually.
Yeah.
That's just kind of the way it is.
Obviously, it's coming in 2029.
Yeah. At least one side of it.
Yeah. Come on, NFC.
and then Amazon sees that and they take the other day.
Yeah, no, that's what's going to happen. Once the NFC or AFC goes to Netflix, Prime Video jumps in and is like, okay, well, we'll take the NFC because they're going to pay more probably than what CBS or Fox will offer. They have more money. And also they have flexibility. Think about it. There doesn't have to be a 4-hour window for football. You can do whatever.
Right.
You know, I mean, like the Raw went from 3 hours to 2.5 hours. They still have commercial breaks. They have everything else in there. And the funny part about it is now if you're on Netflix, now NFL is worldwide.
Yeah. And I would imagine Amazon has more money than Netflix.
Oh, I would believe so. I believe so. Yeah.
Sure. With Prime and everything else that they provide more of a service.
Yes.
I love Prime. I mean, to me, it's the best deal possible out there. Paying that Prime service for the year because you're getting the music, the movies, the shipping, all that. You're getting a whole bunch of things for that one price. So yeah. And now you're getting shows and stuff. Yeah, you get all kinds of stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah. Amazon's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
We'll be paying for all of it.
Yeah. And like I said, with those, you get the flexibility. The NFL will probably have more flexibility to do different things that maybe they haven't done in the past with these new partners, broadcasting partners, because there's no windows. It's not,
Yep. I've been with Netflix since they were shipping out of the physical DVDs. Not mad at all. I actually started watching wrestling again since it came to Netflix. I have not watched the SNL yet. We're gonna watch it later on this week. My wife, my daughter, and myself all together. So we're kind of making it a family thing. True Fin Fan says, "Damn, that's true. I still remember turning on the dial for my Channel 4 to watch the Dolphins. Maybe I'm just old, but this streaming world sucks. It's money. That's all. It's money." And football is going to places to try to reach more revenue. And in the process, it costs the consumer more money. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less, man, unfortunately. What else do we have to talk about also on the show? We have here, I'll stop watching the NFL if they stop showing their games on the regular network channels. There are too many fees for too many things. Yeah, that's kind of the way it goes. That's all they do, bro. They figure out ways to just extract more money out of your ass. Big O, have you ever been to a WWE event? No, I have not. No, I have not. Not at all. Not at all, my friend. What What else do we have here? Let me go to a little musicians celebrating birthdays today. Let's start off with February 18th. And musicians celebrating birthdays. Let's go. Tommy Scott, singer from the group Space. Born on this date in 1966. Female of the Species. Terrific song. Dr. Dre, born on this date in 1965. NWA, solo work, producer, all that good stuff. Dre beats, of course. Let's see who else. Brian James, punk rock guitarist with The Damned. They're coming to town. I think it's Revolution Live. He was also a member of Lords of the New Church, Little Dominion. Born in this date in 1955. John Travolta, born on this date in 1954. Someone knocking on the door. Somebody ringing the bell. Do me a favor. Open the door. All right. Let's see who else. Robbie Bachman from Bachman Turner Overdrive, BTO. Born in this date in 53. Randy Crawford, R&B singer with the Crusaders. Born in this date in 52. Judy Newton, better known as Juice Newton, playing with the Queen of Hearts. Anyway, born on this date in 1952. Keith Knudsen, vocalist, songwriter for and drummer for the Doobie Brothers, passed away in 2005 at the young age of 56. Dennis DeYoung, born in this date in 47. Sticks, of course, just in case. Who else? Yoko Ono, the one that broke up the Beatles, born in this date in 1933. That is musicians born on this date. All right, let's go with birthdays. Famous people celebrating birthdays today on the 18th. Matt Dillon is 61 years old. We are getting old. Jesus Christ. Matt Dillon is 61. He was doing Over the Edge just a couple of years ago. Doing Over the Edge and Rumblefish. Look at him now. 61. It's crazy. Molly Ringwald. She is 57. It's like yesterday we were in the Breakfast Club, sitting there. Vanna White. She's 68. Spinning those letters. Enzo Ferrari, born on this date in 1898. We lost him in 1988. Gary Neville, soccer player. He is 50. Jillian Michaels, fitness guru, right? 51. I always said one thing about Jillian Michaels, and thank God that she became a fitness guru. Have you seen those nostrils? If she decided to get into cocaine, I don't know if there'd be anything left between her and Dionne Warwick. Those two had like these wide nostrils, and you're always like, don't do cocaine. You people will sniff too much. Roberto Baggio, futbolista. He's 58. And that's it. Sean, you got wrestlers for us born on this date?
Yes, sir, I do. Hideki Suzuki turns 45. Raymond Rougeau turned 70. Tim Storm turned 61. And the Blossom Twins, Hannah and Holly, they are 37 on February 18th, 2025.
Blossom. I remember that TV show.
Yes.
She is hot, though. Oh, Jillian? Yeah, she's a good-looking woman. Yeah. I would say, but those nostrils would flare. And I was like, wow. Don't pick up coke as a habit, sweetheart. It won't do well for you. You'll be broke soon. Luckily, Dionne Warwick loved the weed. She wasn't really a cokehead, because if Dionne Warwick does coke, forget about it, bro. Forget about it. Jillian Michaels and Dionne Warwick, you can park cars in those nostrils. Let's go with music history. What happened today on February 18th? In 1968, David Gilmour replaced Syd Barrett in Pink Floyd. Barrett had checked himself into a psychiatric hospital and later went into seclusion. In 74, on this date, Kiss released her first album, the self-titled album, sold about 75,000 copies after its initial release, an impressive feat since there weren't any hit singles on the effort. By 77, the record was certified gold for moving 500,000 copies. In 66, Beach Boys' Brian Wilson recorded their hit song, Good Vibrations. In 1990, Queen singer Freddie Mercury made his final appearance on stage when he joined the rest of the band in London to collect the Brit Award for Outstanding Contribution to Music. In 2004, a court case accusing Marilyn Manson of sexual assault was dismissed after both sides reached a settlement. The shock rocker was sued by a security guard who alleged that at a gig in Detroit, Marilyn put his legs around the guard's neck and gyrated against him. Manson had to pay $4,000 in fines and court fees. And that's what happened today in music history. All right. I saw this story, and I think it's true, actually. I did not realize it. You know, music has changed over the years, right? But John Taylor from Duran Duran was interviewed, and he was talking about how the band is dying. So he goes, the day of groups is almost gone, the rocker declared during a panel at Sanremo Music Festival in Italy. Were there any groups at the Grammys this year? A glance at this year's Grammy nominees certainly backs up Taylor's observation. Through the category still featured plenty of groups such as Metallica, Rolling Stones, Green Day, Pearl Jam, but the major categories were dominated by solo artists. Chappelle Roan, Beyonce, Kendrick Lamar, Billie Eilish. As Taylor noted, the shift from groups to solo acts stands in stark contrast to musical landscapes when Duran Duran started. We grew up in the 60s and 70s. We saw that dynamic play out on stage and on the record, where you have equal partners bringing something special to everything that they do. We haven't found a way of improving on that. We haven't found a way on improving on that. There's something very special about our chemistry with each other. Echoing his bandmates' views, frontman Simon Le Bon shared what has kept Duran Duran together for 40 years. First of all, we all love to make music together. Nobody else makes music like we do, he noted. We try to do things on our own, and it just doesn't seem to be as exciting as when the four of us get together and work. We make each other laugh, the singer continued. I think it's really important in a long-term relationship that we're under stress, that we laugh our way through it, and it keeps everything light and fun. And the other thing is we split all the proceeds equally. We all share equally in the finances. By the way, U2 does that. They've been together forever, right? And Bono and The Edge are probably the top two songwriters. Jesus Christ, what The Edge does musically for that band is just sick. Yet it's split up in four. No matter what. So you see that with Duran Duran, and he's right that you start looking at bands And we don't have nearly as many out there. And it's really a lot into the solo acts, which again, it's kind of to steal the line from True Fin Fan, how he says that the NBA, kind of mirrors the younger generation. Well, maybe music is also mirroring society's I syndrome, not we syndrome, because it's all about me, and my brand and this and that and all, and it's not about we. And he's right. Actually, I didn't think about that, but yeah, the solo artist is more prevalent and the band is less prevalent. And he's right. You look at the Grammys, less bands, more individuals. Interesting. I thought John Taylor made a very cool point. What else do we have here? Oh, all the small nostril people do not feel bad. It all goes up down the same hole. Mark Rick was born today, 1960, one of the finest human beings to ever walk this earth. I did not know that. Thank you, 850 Kane, and happy birthday to Mark Rick. Did not know that. True Fin Fan, and never done a single drug in my life. However, I too would go broke if I sniffed crap. I don't even need a snorkel when I go diving. Being a Dolphins fan automatically makes nostrils bigger and a lot heavier breathing watching. Herb ain't a drug, man. It's from the earth, LOL. Grammys don't like rock music anymore. Rock is not as prevalent either. It's just kind of the way it is, It's more on the side for people like me, because obviously I love rock, but yeah, it's not the top genre or anything like that, So, you two actually split revenues 5 ways for a long-time manager. Paul McGinnis was part of that split. Yes, you are correct. So, but again, it's splitting it equal. I think the Fix does that too. I believe the Fix does that also, and they've been together forever. It's interesting how when you do it that way, and the band tends to get along, last longer, all that, sometimes as long as the other ones are really contributing. But then there are those moments like the Eagles, let's say, where Don Henley and Glenn Frey, who were predominantly the main people writing all the music, they wanted more of the share because they wrote the music. So that kind of worked out that way. You know what I mean? And then that's why you've had people come in and out of that band for many, many years. But you know what? I understand in a way with Henley and Frey when they did that, because they wrote all the music pretty much. And when they went solo, both had great success. So it showed. Nobody else outside of Joe Walsh, had any kind of solo success. So, yeah. What else do we have going on? Big O, didn't your wife give you something to drink for your throat back in the day with honey? Warm honey is good. Yes. But I can't do it right now. You know what I'm saying? And once you start talking, and I'm an hour and a half in, it just kind of, so I will treat it now when I get off the air. And I am getting off the air now. I appreciate all of you out there. We thank, of course, Ira Winderman, We thank the great Sean Stanley. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. Hit the like button. By the way, I didn't even check. Did anybody send in a donation? Cash App, Venmo, Cash App. You can send in you can send Bitcoin or Ethereum. I did not check. Sometimes you guys send in, and I appreciate it immensely. Sometimes it comes in later on, off the air. Ramon Ray, thank you, sir. Says beautiful dip. Shout out to my firstborn, Mr. Brandon, 18th birthday. Feel better and get some rest. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate you on Venmo. Thank you. Those Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, you can use the QR codes. You can make a donation at any time of the day or night whenever you're listening or watching. And don't forget to hit the like button. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Same time, same place, same bad channel.